Mick Corrigan here from Action Coach, and I'm delighted to say that we've got a very interesting chappie in front of us, Carl Hopwood. Carl is the founder and managing director at Oato, and that's oat milk. And really looking forward to hearing about what Oato is all about and how it came about. Over to you, Carl.
Yeah, thanks for hosting this, Mick. I uh, I started Oato 5 years ago um, with an idea of creating a fresh oat milk. The UK is known for drinking fresh dairy milk, but all oat milks, pretty much at the time, were long life, and so they were packed in UHT cartons, often produced abroad using non-British oats, and the UK were a net exporter of oats. So I felt like there's a real opportunity there for providing a product which would kind of meet the demands of the UK consumer, both providing British oat milk, and a fresh product, which people are used to. So the idea started locally. I just promoted the business and the option for people to get milk delivered in a reusable glass bottle via their milk round in Kendal and Lancaster. Started with just a very small meta campaign budget. I think it was about £50, £100, and it got, I think it was 800 to 900 sign-ups to try a free pint. And so that was before I'd actually produced any milk, or I think maybe even before I'd registered a company. So I saw that there was demand, and then I realised, hey, I need to get this product to market. So I then approached different milk rounds and the local dairy, and we started to produce the product and bottle it at a local dairy of ours in Carnforth near Lancaster, and deliver it to local milkmen that delivered it to doorsteps. That was just before COVID, and once we scaled the business, producing once a week and delivering out to milkmen. We then got taken on by Creamline, which cover Manchester, and the Modern Milkman, and then Milk and More just before COVID hit. Milk and More took us on, which covers all of the UK, really, all of England. And everybody was interested in having stuff delivered to their doorstep rather than going to the shops during COVID. So we had a massive growth curve and really had to ramp up our production to be able to meet demand, which is, but as a startup founder and entrepreneur, that was the most exciting thing that could possibly happen. Very tricky to manage. Always trying to produce this fresh product several times a week, get it to customers across all of the UK so that they could then deliver out to meet growing orders. But it was, just so exciting and really put our business in a great position. So we now supply all the major milk rounds across the UK. You can get it delivered from Devon to Kent up to Aberdeen, and everywhere in between. We focus on fresh oat milk in a reusable glass bottle. That's bottled at our site 5 times per week, and out to our customers 5 times per week. But we also have a range of other products. So we've got flavored oat milks, chocolate, strawberry, and a coffee. And we've got a sub brand that we also do a kefir and a soy milk in as well. And we've recently, as of May this year, launched with Waitrose. So we've got in 220 Waitrose stores across the UK. So that's a little.
And that is a fantastic achievement. What you've done, and to top it off with a Waitrose listing in 220 odd stores is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, thanks. So that's in a slightly different packaging format. We thought we wanted to get into retail. We wanted to be able to. We want to be a brand that is in fridges within the UK. We've done that really successfully through the milk round, but obviously a lot of people buy their grocery shopping through supermarkets in the UK. So we wanted to provide a product, but we wanted to do it in a way that was a bit different to the other people providing oat milk. So we keep doing the product fresh. So it's a shortish shelf life product, 14 days, but that freshness, you can taste it. If you've ever had long life cow's milk, it kind of tastes a bit watery and dull. Whereas what we've got is nice, thick, kind of similar to whole milk taste, and that's in the standard poly milk bottle that you'd see normal dairy milk in. And so that's what we've launched in Waitrose. We've launched that in Booths as well, which is a local supplier to us, a local retailer to us, and hoping to get into the larger supermarkets.
Absolutely amazing. So, what created the desire in the first place to pioneer this fresh UK manufactured using British oats milk proposition? What was the thing that created that desire?
Well, I've been working. My background is originally chemistry. I did chemistry at Edinburgh Uni for 4 years. So mixing products and making liquid solutions.
Potions.
Has been in my blood for a long time. I've enjoyed doing that from a very early age, which then went and did my chemistry degree. And then I went into sales, which is quite a classic thing to do, for a software company for 7, 8 years. Enjoyed that, but I just thought, I've always had this entrepreneurial flair in me, and thought I really want to set up my own business. And I just saw the rise in people drinking oat milk. And we at our office, everybody had been drinking dairy, and they switched to oat milk. But what we had is, you can't do curbside recycling with the Tetra Pak, so they were stacking up outside the office door. So I just saw those, and I thought, well, they've all come from abroad. Doesn't appeal necessarily to the UK consumer of how they consume their milk. It's also cutting out the milkman. The milkman doesn't really have the option to deliver that in their traditional way. So I just saw this opportunity for producing it. So I started at home on my kitchen countertop, making some little trials, giving them to my flatmates, and yeah, people enjoyed it, and I thought, there is something there. So it was just inspire a change and do something different, and to lead my own path, I guess, and do my own thing.
Brilliant. And you mentioned the listings in Waitrose and Booths, and your ambition to expand into other retailers. I see behind you, you've got a Grocer award. The Grocer is is the Bible in grocery, isn't it? Tell us a bit about that.
I'm hoping all the buyers that are in our category are reading our Grocer Award news. That was only last week, but we won the free from and plant-based drinks packaging award. So we are the champion of that. So that's a nice recognition. They're focused on the packaging, but they also taste the product, look about the distribution and things like that. And we scored really highly across the board. I think it was an average of 8.9 on the judges' scores, which was really great for us. Really happy with that. And it just shows, what we're doing is being accepted by the industry, and hopefully we'll be seeing ourselves in more supermarket shelves soon.
And you've already explained there's a clear differential proposition. Anything else that you want to add to that? You've listed a lot already.
I think, there is. I mean, when it comes down to it, if people are going to make a shift from dairy milk to oat milk or another alternative, it has to taste good, and it has to match what they're expecting the product, the dairy milk that they've been drinking for probably all their life, to match up to that. So what I would say the difference for us is that we feel like we really do in terms of taste. And that's the key thing for us, is the taste of the product. It has to taste good. Can be packaged well or made using British oats, but if it doesn't taste right and doesn't impress the consumer when it touches their lips, then it's not going to run. So I think that's really for us, is focusing on that and having that from the beginning. And that's about being fresh as well. If you haven't got that freshness, you can taste that long life wateriness to it. So I think that's a nice USP that we've got.
So excellent in terms of what you've achieved already. What does the future hold?
Well, we want to be a household brand and a household name. I think our goal is to be in 50% of fridges across the UK, and so that's our hope is to expand our distribution through the major retailers and through convenience stores. We're launching a 1 pint poly bottle shortly. So we see that consumers are often of our product are often a single person within a family, and 1 litre can be too much of a fresh product or an oat milk product. So we're launching a 1 pint very shortly, which is going to be market leading in terms of cost and price. And so, yeah, we're hoping that people will see our brand. And I think personal little mission is just when you walk down the street and you see somebody walking down the street with a little pint of milk or a litre of milk in their finger, I'd like to be seeing Oato in towns across the UK in people's hands.
Brilliant. That's really exciting. I guess can create some challenges along the way as well. What do you reckon the challenges will be?
So we've ironed out a lot of the challenges in producing a fresh product. So we are pretty unique in how we do that. Most plant-based manufacturers do long life products. So they put 12 to 18 months on their product and they just do huge volume runs, which means that they can have a big cost saving in terms of the production volumes. But what we do is we produce 5 days a week on site at our own facilities, and when we distribute out to all of our customers. So that has been a real challenge, that we've had to build up this facility that can expand. So we have a 55,000 square foot site with a big yard and everything. So got plenty of space for expansion. And I think that's where the challenge has been for the last 5 years, is to be able to meet demand, provide a consistent, stable product. And we're there. I think looking 12 to 18 months down the line, it's producing that fresh product and distributing out to all the different distribution points is probably going to be a bit of a challenge for us, and making sure that we're doing that in the most efficient way so that there's fresh product on people's doorsteps or in supermarket shelves, but also you're doing it in a way which doesn't cost a large percent of the margin.
And you mentioned the move to the 1 pint container, which is a little bit more than half of your current 1 litre proposition. What would you, what sort of share would you want in terms of the 1 pint versus the 1 litre? How do you see the business leveling?
We're hoping that we'll see the 1 pint on shelf for about £1.15 per pint. So that will be a really market leading price, and you'll see I think that will draw people in from the dairy category, because they'll say, well, £1.15, I'll give it a go. Why not? It's something that looks similar to what I've already bought. I'll give it a try. So we're hoping that it's a kind of gateway for people trying the product. And then obviously once they become consumers, they'll move on to the 1 litre, because that's got a bit more of a value proposition to it. And, people can get more for what they're buying. So I think probably the split, we'd probably imagine 50-50, to be honest. Hoping that it's a nice way for people to try the product out.
So there's you doubling your business straight away.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Cool. So what advice would you give? What learnings can you share, Carl, for any other young entrepreneurs in there that have got an idea that they might want to bring to market, but maybe don't take the plunge? What have been the learnings, and what's the advice you'd give to them?
I've always been risk averse, but never risk averse to stop action. So I'm always, I want to be as risk averse as possible, but I really want to move forward with stuff. So I think advice is try and find partners that you can work with. So we work with dairies at the beginning to pack our product. We're not trying to, some people might have taken the challenge of what we're doing and try to start distributing the product themselves to doorsteps. Again, we didn't want to do that. We wanted to partner with people that could distribute our product, and that gave us a much bigger reach. Than we could possibly imagined if we were just delivering the product ourselves. So try and be risk averse, but move forward with what your idea. And so often the best way to do that is to partner with people or provide a product that you can sell to people that will enhance what they're offering as well. So yeah, and then just expect that it's going to be a lot of hard work, and don't shy away from the hard work, because it will be.
What you put in, you get out.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Great advice, and take action. Absolutely. What else? I mean, we're Action Coach, so we're bound to support that one. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome, Carl. I'll congratulate you on what you've achieved, and also what you're about to achieve, because I think you're going to do some great things. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.